Greetings and salutations. It's your boy D.Boom for LLE Ascension, aka LLE Tarot, aka LLE Astrology. Living, learning, earning, limited liability company. You know what I'm saying? All we do is bring messages here, man. And like I say, karmic readings here are just, we're focusing on, like I say, the divine masculine. That's our main focus here. Karmic shit that pops up in the divine masculine situation, that's the karma. We're not looking for karma here. We already know the rant. Like, how does the divine move? In an infinity, we do stuff in the fourth, fifth dimension. We do stuff in the third dimension. Third dimension is the temporary space and time, the matrix, the crab bucket, the plantation, as I like to motherfucking call it. You know what I'm saying? We do work just like everybody else on Earth, karmics. But divines, we just do extra shit. We just do shit for God. We do shit for other people. We do shit outside of our family, and we do things outside of our own benefit and purpose and shit. Like, that's why divines do twice as much work as a karmic. And, you know what I mean? The stuff that divine's doing is more efficient, more effective, you know what I mean? And more influential than whatever the fuck a karmic's doing. Because the karmic is just going from ace to 10 like a gerbil in a hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? And karmics do come to the other side, but they take stuff and come right back. You know what I mean? They kind of move like this. And that ain't the way to move. It's all about consistency. So the divine feminines really move like this. It's consistencies. Karmics move like this. They might come here sometimes, but they mainly doing this. How do divine masculines move? Shit, they do this. They come here to do this. They do this. They move like karmics. They move like divines. And then they do their own fucking thing. Trinity, you know what I'm saying? That's why Neo in the Matrix is the Matrix. That's why your divine masculine is the divine masculine. He's the one. It's just, might look like he moving karmic. He really not moving karmic. He's just moving to a beat of his own drum. You know what I mean? That's something you're gonna understand, feminine. Fuck around with the masculine that we're gonna dive into a little bit later. So we got the overall energy, which is fairly important. Bottom line energy, which is very important. We got the top row, which is divine masculine's karmic situation. And then we got the bottom row, which is just divine masculine's conscious, direct energies. So some good cards in here too. So it's going to be a very grand message. So let's get with the business. First card is message. Different deck from the last one. We got the sauce card again. What's the sauce? The Six of Cups. Show style. Show steez. So what makes you you. Everybody's saucy. Whether you divine, karmic, good, evil, whatever evil is to you and shit, we're all the same way. We're all human beings. We're all born the same way. We all got the same ending. You know what I mean? We're human beings, nigga. We have temporary earthly bodies. We ain't supernatural. We supernatural with the ability that God indwells in us. But other than that, just being a body, we all got the same premise. We all got the same sauce as far as being human beings. But you're going to have to be more than a human being. You're going to have to be more than a man, more than a woman, more than just a husband, more than just a wife, more than just a sister, brother, more than just a boss, more than just a doctor, more than just a psychic, more than what you are. Okay? And that's just fairly important, that you at least appreciate that we all are different, but we all are the same. Or we all are the same, but we all are different. That's the Six of Cups. It's just, okay, yeah, what you said is what I said. Yeah, what you got is what I got. Yeah, your origin story is my origin story. Yup, you're a human being, I'm a human being. Like, it checks out. We're all the same. It's important to remember that we all the same. So, like people who get me fucked up all the time. You know what I mean? Think that I'm coming at a different race of people or a different group of people different from another set of group of people. Like I say, it's 28% divines in the world. These are people with sense. These are people who got God in them. These are people who are actually doing Three of Wands. What's Three of Wands? That's evolution. That's doing more than just making ends meet. That's doing more than just survive. 70% of the world, karmics are just surviving. Like bacteria do that. Bees do that. Boars do that. Bears do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have to do more than what everybody else is doing. So what makes a person better than another person is the shit is the actions that the person is doing. Not wealth. You can be rich as fuck, but what the fuck does that mean? Nothing. You be rich as shit, but don't do shit for your community. Don't do shit for the world. Don't do shit for other people. Like my dilemma with the 1-2%ers. Like, how the fuck y'all got all this money, but it ain't being spread around, but it ain't going to needs these type of pinnacles. Nah, motherfuckers want to keep the pinnacles amongst themselves. There should be no reason why 1-2% own 98% of the rest of the world, but they do. It's almost like it's a plan, and that's how what the fuck it was supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's what you do with your money. The actions that you do with your pinnacles that makes all the difference. You're a very passionate person. That's what's up. You can be passionate all motherfucking day. It's what you do with your passion. You know what I'm saying? That's going dictate where the hell you gonna end up at. Whether you end up as like, you know what I'm saying, Huey P. Newton shit, or you end up on some Jim Jones shit. The preacher, not the motherfucking rapper. Like, hella people got influence, but what the fuck are they doing with it? Then you got like smarts. You can be the smartest man in the motherfucking world. But how are you using your smarts? Are you using your intelligence to, like I say, make the world a better place? Making cures and inventions and shit for the world? Or are you like a fucking mad scientist, like I say, creating death and destruction through nuclear warfare and biological warfare and all this crazy ass shit? Like, you be smart as fuck. It's what you're doing with your smarts. You can be passionate as hell. Pro-black as fuck, you know what I mean? But what are you doing about your pro-blackness? Communication is 80% nonverbal. 20% is talking. People can talk all day what they about, what the fuck they on. 80% of it is the leg work that you're going to have to be on. So, of our energy, the point is to be more than saucy. 6 of Cups is all that. 7 of Cups, which is out here masculine, and your karma kicking this off, you're going to be all that in a bag of chips. Bottom line energy. More important than anything, we got the Knight of Cups. We had this in the last message with the feminine. We got it now. It's a different deck. Same energies. Knight of Cups is the Romeo and Juliet card. It's just young passion, you know. It's like young love, teenage love, lust, or just juvenile passions or young passion. You know what I mean? Like, before you was 10 toes down on your calls, before you got like overly dedicated to the cause, like before you became, you know, this passionate person that you are, or passionate about this cause that you have, you know what I'm saying? It was baby steps. Like, it's like a kid learning his first sports, you know. You might put your kid in soccer. You might put your kid in soccer in hopes that they don't pick football so they don't get hurt. But they end up not liking soccer and then trying basketball and not liking basketball only to try the sport that you feared that they was going to play, that you kind of didn't want them to play, which is football, and they do exceptionally well with that. It's good that you gave them other alternatives so they can at least know that this is what they want to do, given the fact that they tried other things. It's like exposure. You know, if you've been exposed to the real, then you won't settle for nothing. What I mean by that is this, like, if you ain't never left your hometown ever, and I don't know, a man from another town or a wealthy man from another town or a worldly experienced man or woman, you know what I'm saying, comes up to you and basically expose you to their lifestyle, you're going to lose your motherfucking mind. You ain't never been out your motherfucking hometown, so of course you're going to go crazy going to the next state or going to a place like New York City for the first time. Like, we call them shits like country bumpkins, you know what I mean? I can imagine this is how pimps really get their first stable and shit, you know what I'm saying? They get these girls, I'm just using analogies, I ain't promoting pimping or nothing like that, but, you know, at least from what I be analyzing from most of these pimp stories and shit, they find these country bumpkins, you know what I'm saying? Fresh off the Greyhound, you know what I mean? Fresh off the Amtrak, you know what I'm saying? Like, they come from nowhere. Probably in a small fucking creek town ain't nobody heard of. And they go to Hollywood. They end up in Hollywood, Chicago, New York, Detroit, you know what I mean? Houston, you know what I'm saying? Miami. They end up in these big cities. And it's like, wow, I've never been outside my city. So anything is popping. That's like a person who ain't never been to a big city before. and I pick their ass up from the bus stop and take their ass somewhere mediocre, like I take a bitch to Washington Park. Like, which is in the hood, it ain't really, like, unless the Bud Billiken is at Washington Park is just like any other park. Or I'll take a bitch to Grant Park. I ain't taking her to Millennium Park, you know what I'm saying? I ain't taking her to, like, goddamn the zoo, Brookfield Zoo or some shit, you know what I'm saying? I'll take her ass to a regular park in the city. Of course, that's gonna look way better than any motherfucking park you ever been to because it's at a different place. At a different place or getting exposed to some new shit, anything looks interesting. But if you've been around the world, you've been around the country, if you've been around the block a few times, can't nobody really polish up a park trip at a major city as bigger as you can do it from a person who ain't never been exposed to a major city before. So I'm saying all this shit to say this. Like, when you exposed to the real, then you know what you want. You ain't been exposed to shit, then like I say, you gonna jump on the first thing that's cracking. You gonna date the first rich woman you meet. You know what I'm saying? Outside your home, not being exposed to rich women or not being exposed to classy women or women of substance and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you just gonna go crazy. Like, a motherfucker they ain't never had money in their life. And the motherfucker get them $1,000 cash. They gonna go crazy. Like, most money they ever has, maybe like $50. And you give a motherfucker $1,000, they gonna go crazy because they ain't been exposed to money. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to really save money or spend money or, you know what I mean? Like, when you ain't been exposed to shit, it's dangerous. So bottom line, it's very important. Don't let your passions get the best of you. Nine of Cups, that's young love, that's teenage love. Like I say, that's lust, not love. You know? Putting smoke on this juvenile young energy. Masculine, we got the Seven of Swords. Truth. Truth shall set you free. Seven of Swords is somebody keeping 100 with you, you keeping 100 with somebody else, or you keeping 100 with your motherfucking self. That's a darkness coming to the light. Seven of Swords is. That's a cat coming out the bag. That's, like I say, a person taking off a mask. It's like a Decepticon being revealed. You know what I mean? Seven of Swords is also results. So like I say, when it comes to this raw emotion, this young love you think you have, it's like the truth is coming out about it. Once again, if you ain't really never been exposed to a woman of substance, you know what I'm saying? Then your ass gonna, like I say, try to marry a hoe. You know, it's like turning a hoe into a housewife. You ain't never had no, excuse my French, pussy like this before. Like, you ain't never met a freak like this before. You ain't never met a woman that do this shit and sex to you like ever. Like, you ain't never been exposed to no freak like this. And it's like a man who ain't really never had women like that, who you know what I mean, who ain't really, you know, experienced out here or seasoned out here with these hoes, fall in love with the first bitch you get pussy whipped off of. It's like the intro of Don't Save Her, you know what I'm saying? Project Pat, Don't Save Her, you know what I'm saying? The intro to that song. It's like, man, I love her, man. Like, I'm gonna marry her, man. I love her. This is the hoe you talk about, like, you know what I'm saying? Can't turn a hoe into no housewife, man. Like I say, get exposed to better women. You'll know this is a hoe. You'll know that you just in lust and not in love. You'll know that she just throwing this shit on you like a frisbee. You know what I mean? What you feel is like a privilege when in reality, she throwing that shit at everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, don't be wet behind the ears. You know, trying to make something you just got a taste of like all you want to eat type shit, if that makes any sense. Like exposure. When you get exposed to the real, truth comes out. You ain't never had no money before, but you acting like you know how to do shit with money. It's like you get a whole bunch of money and it's like you blow that shit. So truth is, you don't know how to handle money. It's like you run around here like you guys gift the women, like you Mac Daddy Daddy Mac. You know what I'm saying? Only to see that you've been fronting. Because you let this little hoe, who really a Mac Daddy, who really a Daddy Mac, put that wham on your motherfucking ass. Now your ass like fucked up. You here trying to turn a hoe to a housewife because you ain't never really been exposed to women, but according to you women, you know what I'm saying? You a pro at what you're seasoned with the women and shit. Like you a fucking woodsman. Let you tell it, but here it is. Truth be told, you ain't no pimp. You just got pimped out. Like truth tells all. It's like a regular job. You lying on your job saying that you fully qualified to do some shit only for you to get hired and the job don't work out. Why? Because you lie. You don't know how to do none of this shit they hired you for. You thought you could like wing it. And nah, truth be told, shit, you up behind the ears. You a novice telling everybody you a professional. Truth gonna come out. You know. So some truth gonna come out, masculine, in regards to a passionate or emotional romance that you got going on. Could be with a karmic, could be with your feminine. We shall see. So momentum. So coming to the situation, masculine in your karma, we got the Seven of Cups. Feminine had it, you got it now. Seven of Cups is the Pimp Cup Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? Something in you that needs to come out. Whatever this is that's in you, like I say, it could be an invention, it could be an idea, it could be a theory, you know what I mean? It could be a book, a work of art, it could be love that you give to the person that needs your love. You know what I mean? Like, hold on, somebody else saw. It's like love from a dog. Like, dogs are here to give you love. Love on a level you've never had before. Love on a level you've never experienced before. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason people get dogs, you know? Like, you sit at the crib, you by yourself, you lonely as hell. People ain't been doing right by you, so you like, fuck it, let me get an animal, you know what I'm saying? So you go to the motherfucking pound and you see this dog, and it's like, dog ain't doing shit but just on his tippy toes, looking at you, jumping for joy. You think like the dog see you and like, yo, that's the dog I want. Look like me and this dog got like a vibe. Let me pick this dog up. You take the dog home. It showers you with kisses. You know what I mean? And it just makes your situation of you being alone, you know what I mean, just a tad bit better. You know what I'm saying? It's the love from that dog. But it's mutual love. Dog giving you love, but you also giving that dog love, and it's like it was meant for this dog to be in your life. You know what I'm saying? To give you this love. You know what I mean? It's like you couldn't find this love from any other motherfucking human being. Here it is, you get it from a dog. Or you get it from a cat, or you get it from your hobby. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do that puts love in your heart. You know what I'm saying? This is you getting that love, or you giving that love out. Like I say, it could be an invention or a cure for a disease or some shit. Like it's something that was in you. We're all human beings. Every human being got something to bring to the world. Every divine has power, but every human being has something to give to the world. Whether that's just their love, you know, or like I say, something that they pushed out of them. Now, looking back at the relationship between like woman and man and dog and shit, plants. Plants got the same effect. You know what I'm saying? Plants make people's lives better, whether that's through cures, whether that's through cooking, whether that's through, like I say, aloe vera plants, or you got spearmint or mint that kind of wakes you up a little bit more. Like plants do the same shit as animals. You know, everything in this world has a place. You know what I mean? Plants are here to give people everything from, like I say, vitality to, like I say, nutrition. Every person is here, you know what I'm saying, to give, like I say, love, to give love or receive love. That's what a human being does. You're either giving love or you're receiving love. Like, it's all seven of cup. If you're receiving love, that is somebody's love was given to you. If you're giving love, that is your love you giving to someone else. You know what I'm saying? It could be affection, it could be time, it could be attention. Whatever it is, it's a cup. Cups are feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators on where you're going mentally. Seven of Cups is also, like I say, being more than just all that. Six of Cups, everybody in this world is all that. But you got to be all that in a bag of chips. Be more than, like I say, a man, more than a husband, more than a brother, more than just your race, you know? It's about being more. And karma to you is the more part. You're going to have to be more. By being divine, you're going to have to do more. It's divine accountability. We got power. So if we ain't using our power the way God intended, or to the best of our abilities, it's karma to that. It's like being a superhero, watching the world fall to pieces. You fucking Clark Kent. You got a whole superpower. You can save the world, but instead you want to stay as Clark Kent. You stand in the act of that you're not Superman when you are. Like, it's like a superhero watching somebody get killed or watching somebody get robbed or watching injustice happening. Like, it's karma to that. You know what I'm saying? Why you think you was on Earth? Why you think you were here? It's like some aliens took over the world and you got the power to defend the world from the aliens, but you choosing to act like you a human being right now. It's gonna be karma to that. You know what I'm saying? God gonna get you for that shit. It's like, I mean, I know the government can handle this. I got faith in our people that the government can handle this. It's like, fuck the government. You're a superhuman. I mean, why the fuck you think God put a superhuman here for? I mean, for moments just like this, bitch, turn into motherfucking Superman and save people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot have a gift like being superhuman or a gift like most divines do and not utilize that shit for the greater good. Like I say, that's accountability. It ain't just earthly accountability human beings go through. Divines, like I say, we do double the pleasure, double the fun. It's divine accountability too. It's like God put on your head to bless somebody. You see a bum in the street, you get to reach into your pocket, but then you like, he be all right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like God really on your ass. Like, help that person. And you just like, you don't. It's like God tell you to bless somebody, you don't. And it's like, you pull off, you so distracted about not helping a person you feel you should have helped to where you get into a goddamn car accident. You ain't focused. You looking at him feeling bad, driving away. It ain't like you blessed this person and you driving away with them waving at you from helping them. Nah, it's like you trying to sneak past your blessing or you trying to sneak, you know what I mean, past some shit and it's like, boom, you get in a car accident. So now you like, fuck, I should have just gave him the money. Otherwise, I wouldn't be feeling bad. Otherwise, I'll be paying attention. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in this fucking episode. I should have just did what God told me to do. Like, you know, that type of situation. You just, hey, you're going to have to do more. And as far as you consciously coming to the situation masculine, you got the King of Pentacles. Feminine had it. You got it now. It's a different deck. Kind of the same energies. King of Pentacles is ownership. That's you owning up to something that you should have did. Owning up to something that you should have done. What are wands? Things you're doing, things you've done. Not shit you finna do because you ain't did it yet. Finna do don't mean nothing. Like I said, you owning up to something that you should have did. And you take full accountability for whatever it is you ain't doing, or for whatever it is you didn't do, or for whatever it is, like I say, you were denying. Bottom line, we got the Seven of Cups. This is, like I say, hiding something, covering something. You know? Not trying to see something. Ray Charles and shit. Like, King of Pentacles is a master manifester. It's a person that can manifest any pentacles that they want. So God called you to give a pentacle and you a person that's a master at manifesting pentacles, then really, what is your problem? King of Pentacles, this is having a lot of resources to share. You know what I'm saying? A lot of money to spare. A lot of time at hand for where you can use your time to help other people. Like, you got more than enough of a pentacle, a person, place, or a thing. It's something you got more than enough of. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to be accountable for that. Like I said, if you rich as fuck, it should be no reason why nobody's starving around you. Like, reality, 1%ers, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was a 1%er, like, if I had money out the ass, I'd be doing shit, crazy shit, like putting 20,000 jobs in my hometown, you know, Chicago. Like, what nigga you know creating 20,000 jobs in Chicago, like something a 1-2%er could do in a fucking sleep, but yet that'd be a major feat for a regular person to do. I'm a 1-2%er, man. Like, it really wouldn't be no homelessness around where I stay at. I got too much money, bruh. Like, I got too much money, bruh. If anything, I'm gonna create, like I say, a way for the homeless to sleep in the city where I'm sleeping at. Makes no sense for me to sleep good and other motherfuckers freezing to death. It makes sense for my fat ass to be eating good, eating real hard. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers starving around me, at least not in my city, not in my vicinity. I'll be a fucked up person to be a 1%er in a town full of homeless people, or full of hungry people, or full of sick people, and I'm healthy as hell. Like, nah. I got more than enough to help at least 10 other people other than myself. That'll be a start. You know what I mean? And fuck 10 or 20 people. I'm a 1-2%er, nigga. I can at least help the town's homeless problem, or this township's food problem, or water problem, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's called ownership. Being Ray Charles to issues you know outside your door, that's not taking ownership. Like I said, it's like you living in an ivory tower and the whole town, like you the king, and you the only one eating good. You the only one healthy. You the only one rich. Everybody else poor. Everybody else hungry. Everybody else fucked up. But you good. Like, what kind of a king are you? It's like the whole town banging on the kingdom walls for food, and you got all the food of your kingdom, trying to ration it out to people. Like, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, ownership. Sometimes you gotta take ownership and shit. I mean, yes, we got government systems. Yes, it's set up for other people to help the homelessness crisis and the food crisis, and you know what I mean? But like I say, by you being in a place to be, it'll be more effective for you to do it. So masculine is something that you got that you're gonna have to utilize, you know, for the greater good. So as far as the feminine energy, we got the Nine of Cups. You in regards to the feminine karmically. Feminine had this energy. And in regards to the masculine, and you got it in regards to the feminine. Different deck, same energies. Masculine, you got the Nine of Cups. What's the Nine of Cups? That's dreams come true, wishes granted, or miracles. It'll be a dream come true, a wish granted, or a miracle, you know what I'm saying? For, like I say, whatever you want from the feminine in your life to be brought about or to happen. Clarifying that is the Eight of Wands. Communication. Once again, communication is 80% nonverbal. It ain't what you saying, it's what you doing. You know? Miracle, dream come true, wish granted. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna have to, like I say, speak this into existence. Since it deals with the feminine energy, I just put it like this. Dream come true is right at your grasp when it comes to a particular feminine. A miracle that you want to happen with a particular feminine is like right at your fingertips. It's right at your grasp. You can actually touch this shit. You know, but the only way this shit gonna like fall in your hand or get attained by you, or the only way you're gonna acquire whatever this is by asking for it. You know, that's the way the universe works too. The universe work like a genie and shit. You know, seeking ye shall find, asking ye shall receive. You are the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes the things, you know? Affirmations like ask. You know? How do you get married to a particular feminine? You ask her hand in marriage. How do you start dating a particular feminine? You ask her out. How do you know if someone's right for you and shit? You ask them questions, you know what I'm saying? Asking. Gotta ask. You need help. Ask. You know what I mean? Closed mouths don't get fed. So, like I said, all you gotta do is speak. And by speaking, it seems like you'll give the magic words that a certain feminine need to hear for this miracle to happen, dream come true, to be fulfilled, or this wish granted. So, you know, you got a miracle. You close enough, you can taste it. You just gotta ask for it. It's the equivalent of you got a rich friend and you kind of in a bind. And you know, in the back of your head, you know, since your friend became rich, a lot of people fake fucking with this friend. They don't, you know this friend very well. It's like a friend of yours is a celebrity, and it's like we was friends before you blew up and became worldwide. Like I know everybody, your cousin now. I know everybody, you know, fake fucking with you, but I really fuck with you. But, you know, I'm kind of in her position, so it kind of sucks that you just blew up and came up. And I know you probably gonna look down at me for asking you for shit now that you got it. It's nothing like that. It's just, once again, people need help, and you know, in a position of where you can help people and more than help people. You know, maybe your superstar friend want to help people. They just only want to help people that they know gonna help. Like, it's worth it. So all you gotta do is ask. It's like you ask your friend for a loan, and they give it to you, and then they come at you like, you know, I knew you about your situation. Why it take you so long to ask me? You've been needed this. Why you wait so long? Like, well, you know, my pride. I don't like, you know, I didn't want to ask and shit like that. It's like, well, I got it. So, you know, all you had to do was ask. You see, you asked and you got it, right? And you're like, yeah. And it's like, that's how easy it is. Now, whatever this miracle you need to happen, masculine, in regards to a particular feminine, whatever this wish granted or miracle is, you know what I'm saying? Uh, it's tied to a devil card. This is you directly and conscious in regards to this, like I said, asking for help, asking for a favor, asking for a loan, asking for something. Like whatever it is ain't really necessarily a pinnacle. It's more so how you feel. So it's like asking for money to relocate because you feel like where you at just ain't it no more. It's like asking for a business loan because you passionate enough right now to actually start your own business. It's like asking for, like I say, your lover's hand in marriage. You know what I'm saying? And really putting it all out there. Seven of Swords. Like, listen, financially, I'm here, but you know, I can get here. If we build together, we can get here. I just need your trust that we can get here from here. You know what I mean? Like, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm trying to go with you. I can go here. We can go here together. It's like a person having a plan. They got a good plan. All they need is just the funding. You know what I mean? So, as far as what you asking for, masculine, directly, you feel like, okay, a devil card could be many things. Original energy of a devil card is like overindulgence, addictions, being chained to someone, someone being chained to you, whether you realize it or not, codependency, a bad contract, childish behavior, or regressive behavior. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a contract. You know, you don't want to take nothing because you're going to feel like, you know, it's like being chained to this person. It's like you normally don't ask people for money, or you normally don't ask for favors like this because, like I say, you're gonna feel indebted to this person. You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna feel like you in the red with this person, or you're gonna owe this person, or you know what I mean? This person controls you, or if it wasn't for this person, you wouldn't be nothing, or wouldn't have had a successful business type situation like that. It's just feeling like it's just the energy of like good friends with this particular feminine. And it's like money ain't got involved until now. And you know how it is when money get involved, shit get funny. You know, y'all been friends for this long, y'all been like associates for a long time. But desperate times call for desperate measures, masculine. It's like you ask for a favor. And like I say, this favor ain't like a small favor, it's kind of a huge favor. This favor is kind of a big deal. And it's like, given the magnitude of what you asking, you kind of feel indebted to this person or indebted to the situation. So it's feminine, like I say, it could be a divine feminine, your divine feminine masculine, or it could just be a karmic feminine in general. Now, you know, as a guy, I'll be the first one to tell you, you know, you could be indebted to people. I know people that's not in love, they're indebted. And what that means is, like I say, I see a lot of couples, it's like men fucking with like a very stable feminine, you know, whether she comes from a rich family or whether she just, like I say, got some good shit going on. You know, it's like I'm meeting men who went to college who was dating their girlfriend. It was their girlfriends and their girlfriend's family that co-signed for them for loans to graduate, to get their master's, to get their doctorate. Like their own family didn't even help them out with this. If it wasn't for, like I said, his girl and his family, he wouldn't have what he has. So he's not in love with her. He's in debt with her. And not just in debt with her, but in debt with the family who likes you and shit. And they want you to be in her life. You don't really like her like that, but it ain't even about you because without them, there will be no you. So indebted. It's a lot of men who are indebted to shit. You fell off, you ended up going to jail, you a felon now, and it's just like your options are kind of limited. Thank God you got a good woman that's been holding you down. You done had kids by her, so it ain't like she just holding you down. She holding your family down. She the reason you got children. Like she the reason you at least experiencing this whole home aspect that you experiencing, but you really don't like her like that. You really never liked her like that. You know what I'm saying? She was just a good person. She just held you down to the point where you feel indebted to her. You don't love her, you just feel indebted to her. And like I said, Pinnacles, man. You know, some people got a lot of Pinnacles, some people ain't got none. Pinnacles can make a motherfucker do shit that they don't want to do. Like I said, a good situation, a few favors, you know what I mean, can turn into a life of being indebted to a person, and that's what you don't want. You feel like you changed to this person. You feel like this person owns you. You feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like you living their life to make them happy, like fuck your own happiness, you know what I'm saying? So clarifying this devil card, we got the Two of Pentacles. This is you and another person. You know, this is you and the shit you bringing to the table. Or this is you and the shit you ain't bringing to the table. Or you and the shit you can't bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to be more than what you are. This is being more. You know, if you were more than what you were, if you were bringing shit to the table, if you could afford your own education, your own training, your own, comeback, you wouldn't be indebted or feel indebted to this person in a way that you feel. So, like I said, it's you keeping the person close because, like I said, they do so much good shit for you. It'd be bogus if you let them go. You know what I mean? You know how they feel. You know what they're doing for you. Like I say, it's just being indebted to a person. Like you from a foreign country. Your whole plan from this foreign country was to become a citizen for other reasons than romance and love and shit. But it seems like the only way you can become a citizen in a manner and efficient and quick way that you can become a citizen is, like I say, through marriage. And you end up marrying somebody you don't really like. You only did it for citizenship. You ain't do it because you love them and shit. You did it to get a shot at the American dream. And it's like you stuck with this person until you, like I say, bring some shit to the table until you come the fuck up. You know what I mean? The only reason you need a loan or you need a loan shark or a devil or a sponsor or a person to get what you can't get yourself, you know what I mean? It's because they got the pinnacles and you don't. You know what I mean? That's how the world works. Like I say, 9 times out of 10, shit you need, somebody else got. Or the shit you want, you're gonna have to go through somebody else or a third party to get. You need a new car, well, you're gonna need a fucking cosigner. It ain't like you could just get a fucking cosigner. You're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, cosign the cosigner. Like it's some shit you're gonna have to do for this person. You know what I mean? Until you pay them back, or until you become back square, or until you can, like I say, repay them the debt that they owe you. It's like owing people money. Until you pay that person back, you always gonna feel like you bound to their ass or you chained to their ass until you get their ass up off you. So this is just like I said, you know, it's gonna be like a real big switch. When it comes to a particular feminine that you indebted to masculine, you just feel like, let's say, a person that's doing time. You just want your time to be over. You want your service to be completed. So you ain't gotta owe this person no more. So you ain't gotta be around this person no more. So you ain't gotta keep this person close to you. As far as your karma in regards to yourself, masculine, we got the King of Wands. That's you, masculine. What's the King of Wands? I told you that's Neo in the motherfucking Matrix. You're the one. You just move different. You kind of move like K Karmics. You're not necessarily karmic, but you just be doing karmic shit. You just be building karmic bridges. You know? So, more smoke on this King of Cups. I mean, King of Wands situation. we got the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is the pay the bill card. It's a 2-part card. First part of the card is integrity. Keep your integrity up at all times. Be a man of your word. And hold up to your end of the obligation. And then the other side of the card is enterprise. Look at Pay the Bill. Since the 70s, her integrity has always been on point. She's always been professional. She's always held herself as the queen at all times. She ain't never been on no crazy ass shit these other divas be on. Aside from that, she enterprising now. You know, she's selling petty pies, doing verse battles. She on YouTube. You know what I mean? Patty just moving different. Patty just on a whole nother tune. You feel me? Like, and it's made her the best person that she can be. Like I say, she ain't dependent on these labels the way these other divas are dependent on labels. Like, she ain't gotta sell music. She ain't gotta go on tour. She ain't gotta do what the average diva gotta do or fulfill obligations that the average diva gotta fulfill. Cause like I say, she got her own system. She enterprises. She works for herself. She don't work for nobody else. Like, she make her own Pinnacles. She ain't gotta go through a system to make Pinnacles. She ain't gotta get, like I say, a record deal to do shit. All a record deal is just a fucking loan. Really. It's like a bad contract. This, you know what I'm saying? Devil energy. Main reason why Patty Bell's enterprising, so she ain't gotta run no risk of falling into no devil type contract. And like I say, it's just being stuck in a contract to where you gotta pay more money than you spend it. Or like I say, unless this contract working for you, it's a bad contract, you know? So Masculine, like I say, it seems like you in somebody else's debt or you in somebody else's system for the moment, and you just, like I say, getting yourself square so you can make your exit soon. Why? Because you need to go home. This is you directly in regards to yourself. Personally, you got the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is your twin flame union, reunion, and recognition. But aside from twin flame union, reunion, and recognition, this is home. Home is Zion. That's the 4th and 5th dimension. This world, the 3rd dimension, the matrix, temporary space and time. You know, you got to do what you got to do in the world. But in Zion, things are totally different from the way the world works. You know, 4 of Wands, this is home. Home is where the heart is. Home is also where the hate is, where some of the greatest become greater. Home is whatever home is to you. You know, where you at don't feel like home. What you doing ain't really hitting home. You know, if anything, you feel like an outsider where you at currently. If anything, you feel like you can't get home as long as you, like I say, stuck in a rut with this bad contract or this bad feminine or bad system you attached to. Like, it's time to go home. And clarifying the 4 of Wands, which is home, we got the King of Cups. You know what I'm saying? Feminine had it, you got it now. King of Cups is the 1950s, 1960s dad. It's tough love. That's only giving a fuck about the kingdom. 4 of Wands is the kingdom. It's only caring for the kingdom and nothing else but that. Once again, you know, it gets to a point in every man's life, you know what I'm saying, where you want to be set free. 7 of Swords, bottom line energy. This is freedom. Truth sets you free. Truth is, like I say, you indebted to a person and you trying to make it work. Given what they've done for you, given how much work you got to do to be square with them, given the fact that, I don't know, you owe your whole life to whoever this person or this system is. But like I say, you're going to have to get your life back. If you're in debt to a person, pay that debt to free yourself. You know what I mean? If you just indebted to a person and not in love with them, at least let them know you're not in love with them. Because maybe that might speed up this whole process of indebtedment you feel you in. I told you. You might not like a person, but that person might like you like a motherfucker. So it's good to 7 of Swords. Let the truth out. Let them know. Look, appreciate you. You know, I respect you. I got love for you, but I'm not in love with you. I don't love you like that. You know what I mean? I don't want this. You know? Like, I'm just here to pay my debt. I'm just here to at least give back in any way I can from all the good shit that you've done for me. I can't repay all the stuff you've done for me. You've really been a lifesaver. But I'm sorry. I just can't be that one for you. By you saying that, they'll stop wasting their time. Thus, they'll let you free, set you free anyway. Because don't want to be with her and not need it. This whole time they thinking you really feel them. They thinking y'all finna build a life and shit. In reality, by you coming out the back, letting them know what it is, what it ain't, what the fuck it's gonna be, you free yourself doing that. As of ours to going years trying to do it your own way or years not exposing the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's just telling a person you indebted to how you really feel. I feel indebted to you. I feel like I wouldn't have the opportunities that I have or have anything that I have if it wasn't for you. But I know why you did it for me. Because you fuck with me the long way. Like I fuck with you too, but not like that. It happened to me, like I say. Person thought that they can like buy me. Or that money was gonna fix all my motherfucking problems. All it did was just made me feel more guilty for taking the help. And I was kind of indebted to this person to the point where, like I said, the longer I stuck around, you know, it just made shit worse until I couldn't take it anymore. And I had to just, like I say, summon the swords, let them know. Even though, and then you got people like this, even though I came out the bag, you know what I mean? Let them know that, I'm not in love with you. I got love for you, but it ain't like that. They didn't care. They still wanted to help. They still wanted to do whatever they could for me and shit like that. And you know what I mean? Like I say, as long as you get it out there, it'll take a lot of unnecessary stress that you're going through masculine. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of masculines who dealing with outside situations or dealing with small situations that's starting to become large situations. And they're starting to, like I say, nip shit in the bud. This person that they like dealing with, but they're not in love with. And it's like these people are just all in love with them and they're trying to grow with you, but you know you ain't trying to go that route. So it's like you hurting people. You hurting feelings. You just really laying a smack down right now, let motherfuckers know what it is, what it ain't, what the fuck it's gonna be. For your peace of mind. And like I say, just because you getting a peace of mind don't mean that it's gonna come at the cost of not hurting people. You're gonna hurt some people. At the end of the day, going to the future masculine and you're okay for karma, you have to let go and let God. You know what I'm saying? Put it in God's hands. Put it in God's hands. Like, once again, you telling the truth can set you free. And then you could probably still get the help you need not being indebted to this person because they just want to help you anyway. You know what I mean? Shit you wouldn't have found out if you wouldn't have put it to the square. God work in mysterious ways. So even if it's bad, it's going to be good. You know what I mean? Because like I say, God don't make mistakes. You know? But before God start making plans on your behalf, masculine, you need the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is doing everything in your power. You know what I'm saying? To change your situation or to curve your situation or to do everything you can do before you let go and let God. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you let go and let God, everything is going to fall in place in the way that it needs to fall. Final card in this message, masculine, you personally going to the future. We got the full card. That's being in a whole new world like Aladdin. That's being in a whole new position you ain't never been in before. Like I said, this is going without the help. You had a lot of time getting help. Now you ain't got no help no more. Now you got to do it by yourself. It's a whole new territory you getting on your own. It's like a person who was in the army, now they back home, 401. You just spent a big chunk of your life being programmed and drilled by other people to what your life is and what your life consists of. Now you a civilian living your own life. That's going to be a mental change. Any fucking system. You was just in prison for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? Getting told what to do, being dictated what to think and what to fucking feel. Now you a civilian in the real world. Now you got to deal with it. Like I said, your first marriage was cool in the game. You know what I mean? You end up having babies in this first marriage. You was young during this first marriage. You thought it was love, only to see that it wasn't love. This ain't who you really love. You finally divorced. You finally free. And now you spend so much time with another person. Here you is by yourself. Like I say, finally dealing with yourself in the manner you need to deal with yourself. Or maybe the other way around, because we do got the Four of Wands here. It's a lot of masculines who've been alone their whole fucking life. Who finally, like I say, in union, reunion, and recognition with their twin, Four of Wands, and it's got them in a place they ain't never been before. It's one thing looking at the love of your life or wanting the love of your life from a distance. It's like I say, you love this woman. You talk to her all the time. You see her all the time. You got like this biggest crush on her. So nothing she does can be wrong. Like you look at her in a very high ass standard. And it's like it's one thing the feelings you used to got when you could just say a couple words to her, when you could just lock eyes with her, when y'all could talk and shit like that. But once you date her, it's a whole different program. Like I say, you really get to see who she is. You really get to see what she about. She ain't gonna be what you thought she was in your mind. That's just your made up version of what she could be. Now you know what she is. It ain't what you think, it's what you know. Once you get to know shit, then you can get to go off shit. So it's like you in a whole new world. You've been playing like when you be chasing your twin, the back and forth shit. Like I say, some twins seem to work out better in separation, or better in their other demos, or better the way it was. Like your twin was married for a long time, you was just fucking with your twin when they was married, or you was married and your twin was fucking with you while you was married. Now you divorced. Now you free. And now your twin get to fuck with you the way they claim they always wanted, only to deal with you in a different manner to see that this might not work, or maybe this is kind of a different change. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, change happens. You know, you don't really know a person until you really be with that person. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, a lot of masculines gonna finally get time to be with their feminines fully. Not tied to somebody, not 1 foot in, 1 foot out like they've been doing. You finally gonna deal with your feminine fully. And you're gonna see the difference of really being there and kind of being in and out. So that's the message that I got. I hope I can be a good use. It's your boy D.Boom. If you need a reading from me, holla at me. You definitely know where I'm at. People that's still enrolled in life coaching, just hit me up so I can do a little check-in, see what's going on with y'all. Love all y'all. Peace. I will talk to y'all later. Most likely I'm gonna do extended breakdowns on 2 readings next. So 1.